Ready or not, ready, ready or not, here I come, can't hide, gonna find you, and then yo, I play my enemies like a game of chess where I rest, no stress if you don't success. Hello, you guys, and thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of the Journey Podcast, where I am your host, Kiara. Per usual, it's always my pleasure to be in your presence. I am so excited. This month is we're in the month of October, which is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and so please make it your business to wear pink today. If you wear pink and you post it on social media, tag me in it. I would love to see you guys in your pink. To honor National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Also, pink is one of my favorite colors. I got a lot of favorite colors, but pink is definitely one of my favorite colors. So I'm going to try to wear pink as much as possible this month. But yeah, whatever day you wear pink, tag me and let me see you. So cute. I love it. Also, it's my birthday month. I am so excited about my birthday this year, guys. God has been so good to me this year. 32 was definitely one for the books, and so I'm grateful for year 32, and I'm looking forward to what 33 has to offer. Because yeah, like what? It can only get better. My goal is to become the better version of myself. You guys are seeing firsthand what that journey looks like for me, and so I'm grateful for you all. I'm grateful for the start of this community. I'm grateful for my family. Everybody has just been flourishing, guys. I'm so happy. Um, God has definitely blessed us. And so, with that being said, I am celebrating 33 all month long, day for day, every day. Every day I've done something to celebrate me, even if it's something small. And so I'm grateful. Like I said, I can say that. I think I say that 1,000 million times. I'm always grateful. Like I said, God has been, you knew my story where I started from. Um, Guys, you would just know that, yeah, God has been good to me. I do not have my rubber bands right now. I know y'all probably like, you ain't had them in on Thursday either, girl. But I just woke up Thursday when I record. This is not me making excuses. I'm making excuses. I'm gonna do better. But right now I'm cooking. I'm in the middle of cooking while I'm recording. And so I've been eating. I've been eating, but I have been wearing them when it's most important, like my ortho said, during the time when I'm asleep. So it is in my mouth for sure when I'm sleeping. Throughout the day, like I said, I snack a lot. So okay, I'm not making no more excuses. Next Thursday, y'all gonna see me with a man. Okay, period. I just need to have them like I need to have a bunch of packs of rubber bands in my pockets. Y'all gonna see me get these off. Okay, when y'all see me get these off and I go like this without possibly cutting my tongue, I need y'all to shout me out. Okay. Anyways, um, if you guys did get to tune in to this week's episode to talk about it Thursday, I did drop what we were going to be talking about this week on Sunday today. We are going to be talking about detachment. And so if you didn't tune in to Thursday's episode, please go and do so. You can do it on YouTube, or you can do it here on YouTube, or you can do it also on the website, thejourneypodcast.life. We got some exciting things coming up, guys. I'm working on so much stuff. I had a really busy week this week, and so I'm grateful. God has been so good, like I said. But anyways, let's go ahead dive into this week's episode of detachment. So, what is detachment? You guys know that I love to give a definition off of Google, and then I get my own. So detachment is a state of emotional distance or separation, allowing one to view situations objectively without being overwhelmed by personal feelings or desires. It can mean releasing attachment to outcomes, worldly possessions, or the behaviors of others to reduce suffering and cultivate inner peace. Ooh, I like that. That's good. While detachment can involve creating emotional space or boundaries in a psychological context, it is not about suppressing emotions entirely, but managing them to make deliberate choices. That is so good. I like that. But I'm going to give it in my own words, of course. So, detachment is releasing. I feel like it's the releasing of things, people, behaviors, that you have become accustomed to. It's not so much that you like them, but um, I mean, it's become a part of your everyday, you know? So those people that are toxic, those people that mean you know what, no good, those people that call themselves your friends and make those little funny jokes on the side and try to say, "Oh, I wasn't serious, girl. I was just kidding." You know, those people, you just kind of brush it off, those things that you brush off, those habits that you've had. All of those things are things that we have to learn the art of detachment. And when I say the art, I feel like I call it the art because it's not easy to detach yourself from things and people that you have gotten used to. So once it becomes a behavior that you're accustomed to, it's hard to stop accepting that, stop accepting those that poor behavior, or that man or that woman that just always makes excuses, or that always makes the same mistakes, or whatever the case may be. The people that have to keep apologizing for the same thing over and over again. Detachment is necessary in those cases, and so we have to learn when it is appropriate to detach. And we have to learn how to, because it's not easy. Um, sometimes some things for us are so normal that we don't even know that it's a problem. And while other people are on the outside looking in, like, dang, like, why are you going through that? And you're like, going through what? Oh, no, that's nothing. No, it is something. Get out of that. That's not your friend. That's not a good partner. Or, we make excuses for those people that we keep around with those poor behaviors. And so, um, we'll pray to God for a sign and He'll give us the sign, and then we'll still wonder. So instead of signs and wonders, it's literally just that. He gives you a sign and you still wonder, hey, is that the sign that I asked God for? Yeah, it is. Take heed. Listen, pay attention. Get away. Run. And so, detachment is not just about people. It's not just from people. Sometimes, like I said, it's from those bad habits that we have gotten. And just to list a few things that I can think of off the top of my head, some bad habits that we get will maybe just be like, we need to detach ourselves from poor spending habits. We need to detach ourselves from making poor financial decisions. We need to detach ourselves from things like masturbation. Um, we need to detach ourselves from a lot of different things that to we continue to do. And so, we got to get out of it. We got to pay attention. We have to know when these things are no longer serving us good purpose. It's like, if it's not doing you any good, then you can do without it. And so like I said, sometimes it's hard to do without some things that you are just used to doing. It's routine for you to do certain things, or it's routine for you to go out every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, even though it's detrimental to your health, it's detrimental to your financial situation, it's detrimental to your relationship, and so forth and so on. So these things that we know that are not growing us, these people that we know are not growing with us, we gotta learn to let them go. We gotta learn when it's time to just say, you know what, I can do without that. I can grow without that. I like that. I like to replace go with grow, because it just like yeah, that is good. Like yeah, let's grow without that. Or you grow, girl. Or you grow, boy. When I see somebody doing good, that's me. That's what I say. And so I like that. Um, we have to be mindful of when we see the opportunity to detach and actually doing it. And then again, and then after that, staying away, like not reattaching, not allowing these things to reattach us, because even though it might not be the same person, that same spirit can come to you in some other form or some other person, and we have to be able to discern when that thing or that person or that spirit or that whatever it is, once we've detached ourselves from it, not allowing it to reattach itself to us. And so that has happened to me, and I actually identified it and was like, oh, but you're different. So silly. And it's like, you know what? No. I got to a point. It didn't take me long. It didn't take me as long as it did to detach myself from it when I first realized when I the second time around. The second time around I was like, hold on, no. I'm seeing too much of the same thing. Um I'm seeing too much of the same signs that I saw previously, and here I am choosing to ignore them when they are in my face, you know? And so here I was, it hurt my feelings to have to detach from what it was the first time. Here I am finding myself with my feelings hurt again, and I had to say, you know what? Why are your feelings even hurt? Because at this point is on you. You decided to accept that knowing what it was when it showed up. You know, knowing what it was at the first sign of it, you called it for what it was, and then you said, "Oh, it's okay." You sometimes, I, I'm not even gonna call the situation out because at this point it's just like no, and I'm just not, I'm learning to not accept those things anymore. And so like I said, when you've accepted something for so long, then it's like it's normal that you know that you go through the ups and downs, or you go through whatever the emotional roller coaster that it causes you, or whatever the case may be. And so because it's normal, that does not mean it's okay. It doesn't mean that. And so we have to, like I said, call things for what they are after we identify them. The first time around, stop giving these things multiple chances to keep you stagnant. Because, like I said, you don't grow. You don't grow when you're holding on to things that serve you no good. You know, and so I hope this helps somebody for real because, like I said, when you see these signs, and all of our signs are going to be different because we're all different. But I can speak for myself. I'm gonna just give you an example of a time where I saw myself having to detach from somebody. So, just excuse me, an example for me was from a person. I'm not going to say who the person was because that's just I would rather not. But um, this person would always make jokes, and I think a lot of people think that I don't know what they think, and so I shouldn't say that. So I'm not going to say that. But I think that a lot of the times, well, let me tell you what the joke was. So this was a joke. So there was something being shared on social media where the person, it was a post that went viral, and the person was like, I really outdid myself having these four kids. And so somebody that was like local shared it and was like, I outdid myself having five kids. And then somebody else that was close to me shared it again and said, Kiara outdid both of y'all having seven kids. I'm like, shut up. This, how much kids do you have? When you share that, share about how my kids are okay and how I'm not ashamed of having seven kids and how I'm not that how my kids are okay. Like, why are you saying stuff like that? And so then the next thing was the person was like saying I offered to help the person because the person was in a time of need. And so I said, "Hey, you know, what do you need? I can I can help you. And so the person's response was, "How can you help me when you have all those kids?" Ah, ka, 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 ka. That was funny. You need help. Ah, ka, 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 ka. Like, what are we really doing here? And it was just not, it wasn't funny to me. It was just like, why are you always saying something about how much kids I have? Like, why do you think, like, do you think that that's a setback for me? Because it's not. My kids are okay. And so, it was just like, every time the opportunity presented itself, it was a joke about how many kids I had, and I didn't like that. And so, because I didn't like that, I said, you know what, let me get you out my face, because, yeah, you gotta go. And so, detachment was, I saw the opportunity, I saw the need, and I went ahead and did what I had to do because no, that's not okay. That's not okay. That's not somebody like, what? What? And maybe somebody else wouldn't have been offended, but if you knew the background of this person and myself, then you'd have been like, okay, that is weird that they always make those jokes. Like it's so much more to it than just that. But that was just the straw that broke the camel's back. So it's also when you see people where you're in these one-sided relationships with people where you're doing more, you're giving more, um you're the one that's most supportive, and it's just one-sided, and it's more you pouring into them than them pouring into you. That is not okay, guys. That's unhealthy. If we take a glass of water and we have two glasses, one is empty and one is full, and I just keep pouring all of the water out of one glass into another, but the other glass never pours back into the other, then guess what, that glass is going to become empty while the other glass is thriving and full. And that's the same thing with people. We got to look at it like that. When you continue to pour into people that have no desire and give no effort into pouring into you, I think you gotta let it go. You gotta let those things go, and you gotta be okay with it. And I mean, like I said, it's hard. It's not easy at all to detach yourself from things and people that you've become accustomed to. It's not easy, but it is necessary sometimes. No, it's always necessary. Um, like I said, you gotta know when it's necessary. Even though the relationship or the habit or whatever started off as something healthy or something good or something cool or something for that moment, as you grow, you're going to see yourself outgrowing things and people that they're not going where you're going, and that's okay. It's nothing wrong with not going the same places that somebody else is going. Some people are not ready to go on your journey. It is okay. Sometimes they need to see you go on your journey. Sometimes they need to see you leave them behind. And I say this all the time. I know y'all remember it, but just because you're leaving them behind does not mean that you're leaving them behind. Sometimes they need to see somebody that came from where they came from make it. Sometimes I gotta see you make it to know that it's possible, to give me that boost that I need so I can say, hey, you know what? I grew up with him or her. I can, if she can do it, then why can't I do it? Or, if and I like to see, and I like to hear, if Kiara can do it with 7 kids, then I know that I can do it. That's the kind of stuff that, like, because 7 kids is a lot. It is a lot. I agree. It's a lot. And it's okay. But if I can do something with 7 kids, if I can detach from what I was familiar with for all my life with 6 kids at the time when I moved, you can do it too with one or two. You can do it too with your 3 kids. You can do it. If I could do it, if I could get up and I could do it and I can make it happen, you can too. You may not have um the resources that I had. But you can make it's possible. There are other resources, there are other things that you can do. Like right now, here I am, I'm living, I have 7 children in my household, 8 total, but 7 in the household, and a dog. and, and I need some EBT, and so I don't have it, but I'm making it. I would love to have EBT, don't get me wrong. But because if people that don't work hard can get food can get food without having to pay for it, why can't I? And I'm working hard, I do what I have to do. But if I can do it, why can't you? You know? Um why can't you make it happen if I could make it happen? So that's another thing. Um Sometimes that's a joke. I wouldn't be mad if somebody, yeah, all them kids, is she doing good? I'm doing really good, guys. Like I said, God has been so good to me. Oh my God, I cannot say that enough. Um, in this year's time, it's just been amazing and mind blowing, back to back to back. And so, I'm grateful. And yeah, but let's go ahead and give y'all some homework. Y'all hit me up this week. Glad I'm saying this because I can remember to text Kelly. But mental note said out loud. Um, what was something or someone, you don't have to tell me exactly who it was, but just kind of give me the scenario, like how I did when I share with you. Um, what was the scenario, or was there a time that you identified the need to detach yourself from something or someone? Um, how did you do it? Was it easy? Was it hard? Did you cry through the process? Did you just brush it off because you were already numb from the scenario, whatever the case may be? Um, how did you do it? Just share that with me. Like I said, guys, please go visit the website for any of the latest updates. I don't think recently there's been any updates. If you want to be a guest, that opportunity is available for you on the website as well. So it's the Journey Podcast .life. Again, that's the Journey Podcast .life. I look forward to spending time with you again on Thursday. Y'all catch up on your episodes. Where you at with your episodes? What episode are you on? And yeah, so I'll see you guys Thursday. I love you guys so much with my whole heart. You are all amazing individuals. You're an amazing community. And so, yeah, have a good week. Wear your pink. Tag me. My Instagram is available for you guys on the website as well. At the very bottom, you'll see the Instagram logo. And yeah, just let me know. I love you guys. Bye.
Feel like I'm superhuman. Lifestyle that show the move. Said I changed, you never knew me. Heavy pain, the perks abusing. Section 8, whole block was true. Yeah. Respirator, my dog was losing. Never said you moving on. Shit. And I'm like, how'd you do it? I'm from that land, King Joffrey Jr. Wish the plane would happen sooner. I'm too advanced, yeah, I'm the future. Just